Action pack episode, as always, nothing but bangers. But we will kick off this episode with some very, very disturbing news. Which one you want to start with? The Batman or you want to start with the Superman?
Let's start with the Batman.
All right, let's start with the Batman. All right, based off of new head man at DC, he states that the Batman, the Robert Pattinson Batman, has been pushed back to 2027.
Good God Almighty! This is a nice way to start off the year, 2025. Wow, 2 years.
I will say I am very, very disappointed. I was looking forward to this movie, and I think I told you this privately. Like any opportunity I get to introduce this Batman to anyone that hasn't seen it, I'm excited to do it. But the fact that we have to wait 2 years, excuse me, we've been waiting longer than that because I believe that Batman came out in 2022. Came out 2022. So technically, we've been waiting 5 years. We're gonna be waiting 5 years for Batman 2. So now, I think if we're being honest, how is that going to affect the Penguin TV show? And there has been rumors about a possible another spin-off TV show in this same universe. So by you pushing this movie back, how does this affect Penguin? And I'm gonna get to this in a second because you brought this to my attention the other day about the Superman. This is how this all ties in together. If James Gunn came out and said that about the Batman, and then we had the news about the Superman, is it possible those two movies can possibly be linked somehow? A lot of stuff I just asked you just now, but please, you have the floor.
All right, so let's get with the first with the last question you just said. I mean, if James Gunn runs the DCU, the DC universe, if he really wants to, he could say the Batman is going to connect to his Superman, like what is it, Legacy, right? The new Superman movie that he's creating. But
I don't know what it's called.
he could if he wanted to, but I mean, it's already been talks that that he wasn't going to interfere with the Batman. It's going to be its own universe. Matt Reeves, the director, stated that he doesn't want his Batman to be connected to any of the Justice League and all that stuff going forward. Um, how this is going to affect the Penguin and all that? I mean, I don't know why they delayed it. They got to have a good reason. Um, it just sucks because we gotta wait 2 more years, bro. We're like the first day of 2025, and I'm hearing news that the movie got delayed. That's a bummer, bro. That's a long time. So since 2022, since the first Batman movie came out, then we got the Penguin coming out last year in 2024. Damn. I mean, it's just gonna suck because the fans are just gonna have to wait. And then there's supposedly another TV series supposed to be connected to the Batman. I mean, you might as well just make another season 2 of Penguin then if we're just gonna wait this long. You know what I'm saying? Give us something to
It
to hold
messes
on
up
to
this.
the
It
movie.
messes up everything that it's possibly set up for. That the Penguin set up for the Batman 2 movie. Like let's think it at how Marvel did it. Right? We had Iron Man was first, and then I want to say what was after Iron Man. You know the timeline better than I do of these
You,
movies.
you had Captain America, then you had Thor, and then you had Iron Man 2.
Okay, hold on, stop right there. So we fast forward to when Captain America 2 came out. And remember, there was a TV show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was connected to that canon of what was going on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hence how we found out where Loki's scepter was, because Coulson and S.H.I.E.L.D., they was able to infiltrate and get some intel on the scepter. I could see the same thing with this particular universe where you can't really work around work around a movie. You can't work around a TV show because everything is scheduled at a specific time, and it's very very articulated that way.
Facts. Um, I don't know. I feel like maybe they're trying not to rush this movie out so it doesn't suck, or just rush the movie just to get it out there. But at the same time, that's a long time, bro. Like that doesn't sound good to me. And then talking about the Superman movie, yo, like, well, what's this word saying again about the whole doing the shots for the movie?
Hey, you sound a little bit too calm about that. Get your shit off, man. Say how you feel.
Hey yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I mean, going back to what I stated earlier about the teaser trailer, yo. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, and a lot of y'all on Superman's D, yo. No homo. Like yo. First of all, I love the DC comics. I'm a big fan of DC, man. Like I stated earlier about the whole my feelings about the trailer. I'm just iffy about it. I don't know. I just feel like we're rushing. I didn't like the way it started off. I mean, y'all can say whatever you want. He's vulnerable. Okay, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's Superman. He gets his ass beat. I know that. Like, he's not, he's starting off year three, whatever year, whenever you want to start off with his storyline. I'm still not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And then the whole like the suits is what gets me. Why are we still having a Superman wearing uh underwear over his pants, bro? I thought we moved on with this shit, but okay, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to connect to the comics, make it more relatable to the comics and all that. That's why we got Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, and all that. I feel like, to be honest with you, y'all can hate me for this, and I don't care. I'm a die on this train. I feel like that DC is going the Sony route with throwing too many characters out in one movie. I mean, let's be honest. We already got the slate for the next couple years. We get in a Supergirl movie. We haven't even got Superman out yet. I get it. Like they're trying to throw out movies and stuff like out there for the next future couple years, like Marvel does and everything. I just feel like right now we're just starting off with the universe, and I feel like we're just throwing too many things out. And Jason Momoa just got confirmed to be Lobo, which I think he was born to do, bro. He looks just like him. It's about time. I did love him as Aquaman, but it's pretty cool that he's coming back with DC. Um, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, he's just trying to justify, like movies, like other movies, Alien and Incredibles took years to come up with a sequel. I don't know. I just have this funny feeling inside my gut that I feel like this delays for these for the Batman is not a good thing. Just the bottom line. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
If we just talk about DC as a studio off their just track record, I feel like your opinion is definitely warranted, and the fact that other folks just want to, what's the word I want to use, because I feel like now every time we talk about James Gunn and this Superman movie, they just automatically assume that we were in favor of Zack Snyder. And that kind of like that part right there rubbed me wrong because of the fact, like, look, dude, I didn't like Zack Snyder's version either.
It wasn't great either. I mean, don't get me wrong. He started off, in my opinion, he started off the correct way with Man of Steel. I like that movie. I'm gonna die on that hill. I mean, I like the first Superman movie, and let's keep it a buck. As far as I remember, like everybody hated Henry Cavill as Superman. Oh, he's not tall enough, but he's swole, but he looks like Superman. Let's keep it a buck. And then everybody was like, Zack Snyder's vision for the DCEU was garbage because we got Batman versus Superman because the executives in WWB was trying to rush to get a Justice League movie out there. That's why we got these subpar movies so far for the DCEU. And then when Henry Cavill got laid off as Superman, everybody wanted him back. But I remember everybody in the beginning was like against him, and then they recast everybody for the DC universe, and then we get this new guy, right? And everybody's on his D, bro. Like everybody's on. I don't even know this actor. Yeah, he kind of looks like Superman because he looks like Henry Cavill. But let's keep it a buck, bro. He's kind of scrawny for Superman. He's just tall, but I'm not trying to knock him for it. The movie hasn't come out. Like I'm trying to keep, I'm trying to keep my opinions to myself. I ain't trying to bash this movie. I'm hoping that it does good, but let's just be honest. The trailer itself didn't intrigue me. It just didn't. And I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it even more of a buck. What Warner Brother did to Henry Cavill was fucked up, just like Sony did to Andrew.
I hear you. I hear you. And for those that don't understand the fact that, all right, and you know what, I'm gonna take it a step further because I feel like they did The Rock dirty too with that as well.
Oh yeah, let's not forget about The Rock. Yeah, they did him dirty.
How we were heading in a direction where we did the Black Adam movie. Obviously, it was during COVID, so the the transition phase and in DC ended up happening with James Gunn taking over the studio, and we've already came up with the announcement that Henry Cavill was going to return as Superman. Like that's the most embarrassing thing. My man literally did his own personal video stating that he was going to be back as Superman, and then boom, no, that's not happening. And then we see him in the Black Adam movie. That was crazy. Was it? I forgot. I forgot which happened first. I think it was the video first, and then we got the cameo in Black Adam.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And let's take it even back further. Shazam. We got him at the end of the end credit scene where he was having lunch with Shazam. And then, because at that point, I think we were already in talk. Like the community was in talks that Henry Cavill was probably not coming back. Remember? Because I think he was starting to do The Witcher or whatever on Netflix. I think he was working on that, and then it was talks that he was going to be in a contract with Netflix to continue to do his seasons going forward. So the community was scared with like, I don't think he's coming back. And he was already kind of hesitant about coming back because let's go back to WB doing Henry Cavill dirty, bro. He was supposed to get a sequel to Man of Steel. He was supposed to get Man of Steel 2, but unfortunately, we got Batman vs Superman, and to me, that's not a sequel.
Yeah. So technically, okay. Let's dive into that because I know you think that Batman v. Did you say you liked it?
I like the extended edition that Snyder came out with. I didn't like the theater version. That was garbage.
Okay, so I'm speaking specifically for the theater version that I can get on board with. This Batman v Superman was more of a Superman movie than a Batman movie. Can we agree on that?
Uh, yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. I just feel like I feel like it was both their movies, so that's why I'm more on par to say like I'm more on the side that it's not a Superman movie. It kind of reminded me of the animation movie. Remember when Batman and Superman were fighting the Justice League?
That was Public Enemies.
Public Enemies? Yeah, that was a good movie too, bro. By the way, that's what kind of it kind of felt a little bit like that. It wasn't similar, but it kind of felt like it was going that direction.
I was thinking more of because we have Lex Luthor. That's a Superman villain. He wants to create Doomsday to take out Superman, and then we just sprinkled a Batman element to it. And then Wonder Woman, to be honest with you, she just comes out of nowhere in the whole freaking movie. Like we don't even like we just see a thumb drive of footage of her from Batman. That's all you get. And then it's again I think it was a Superman movie. I'll be cool with calling it a sequel, but I didn't like the movie. It was just too much going on.
Facts. It was too much going on. They were trying to do too many things at the same time, and then on top of that, bro, like I mean, let's keep it real. They killed Superman off. So I mean, I
It
they
was too
just
soon.
it was
It was
too
too
soon,
soon.
bro. And I ain't knocking Ben Affleck, bro. Like a lot of people like him as Batman. I thought he was all right. He ain't the worst, but he ain't the greatest either. I just didn't like his portrayal as Bruce Wayne. And the whole thing too with the whole fight, they were copying the Dark Knight Returns because we already know in part two he dogged Superman in that movie. Which was, by the way, fans haven't watched that. You need to either read that comic or watch the animation movie because that shit was likes that. That was a great fucking Batman movie. But on top of that, like the whole like the pet that I had with the whole movie was rushed, and it just felt like too much going on. And then the whole scene too, where Superman kept saying Martha, saying his mom's name, and Batman's mom is also named Martha, and he's over there like, well, why are you saying that name? Why are you saying that name? It's like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. I just felt like it was cheesy.
It wasn't that bad. Like if we're being honest, because you know Bruce Wayne, his mom being killed. Like how would Superman know his mother's name?
That's true, but they unfortunately they share the same name. But it just for him, it triggered something in him, which I don't see Batman doing that in the comics. Maybe it's just me. I don't remember recalling seeing something like that in the comics where he loses it. I mean, I remember Flashpoint. Remember he gave Flash gave the letter that his father wrote for him, and then he gave it to Bruce. I mean, yeah, he got sentimental. That was his father's letter to him. But I mean, that didn't trigger his anger or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I can't recall a moment in the comics, but maybe you know the fans can like put a comment down below and see where if they can find some evidence where he does that. I just felt like I said, like I just felt like it was rushed. It could have been better, a lot better. It was just too soon. Because I mean, we just building up the universe, and then all of a sudden, like, bam, we get Batman, and then all of a sudden we get Wonder Woman, then Doomsday come out of nowhere, and it just felt off.
It kind of reminds me of Black Panther too. But
No, not even close, yo. Yo, chill. Yo, chill. We're not even talking about that. But yeah, did you hear the new Batman movie too? James Gunn's Batman movie, The Brave and the Bold, I think is what it's called. It got delayed as well.
so let's get into that because I know it was already stated that Christopher Reeve doesn't want his Batman to be in this Justice League universe, right? So maybe it was just something that they didn't want to do, but I felt like it made more sense for them to leave Batman where it was coming out this year because if you think about it, Superman was supposed to come out this year, right? So you would have did they have official release date for it?
Let me check. I believe is coming out in June. Hold on.
Okay, so they have
No, July 11th of this year.
okay, so it's supposed to come out in July 11th. So it's still this year.
Correct. Yep. It's supposed to be
Okay,
released
so
this year.
maybe they didn't want to overshadow. Well, if it comes out first, it really shouldn't matter. If the movie's good, it's going to be good.
I
Because I
mean,
thought there was going to be like the one movie would overshadow the other.
you
Because
think so?
it's just I'm just spitballing possible
Yeah.
reasons why they
I,
would
I could
delay it.
I could agree with that, but I mean, I think the fans are smart enough to understand that this is two different universes. But also, too, I could see with them overshadowing one and the other. But at the same time, you could have released Batman in the beginning of next year, around like I don't know, like the same time in July.
You're missing the traditional part of it, where because I think there was a reason why they wanted to release Batman 2 on was it around Halloween? They wanted to release it around Halloween.
Facts. And to go back into this movie for the Batman too, this still takes place in 2022, right? Like the timeline.
So the timeline takes place in the year 2022. So it picks up right after the flood, or what? Excuse me, after the events of the Penguin. So I would probably say maybe a week or two.
So like we started off Batman in Halloween, and then it takes place about I want to say within roughly in a frame about like a week or two, and then Penguin starts and ends it off in December. So within the time frame, a month has passed within the Penguin series, and therefore we're getting the winter in December for the Batman Part Two, which is speculation that we're supposed to be getting supposedly Mr. Freeze or Clayface. Still yet to be seen.
Me and other like-minded fans strongly believe it's going to be the Court of Owls.
Think so?
It's perfect. It's a perfect setup if we're being honest, because you think about it, the Riddler already exposed the founding families, and the makeup of the Court of Owls has been an influence on Gotham City. And we have another director, Christopher Reeve, where we want to keep it a grounded, excuse me, Matt Reeves. I said Christopher Reeve. Matt Reeves, who wants to keep it a grounded universe where, unfortunately, with Mr. Freeze, excuse me, Clayface, it's kind of supernatural. So it kind of wouldn't work with this universe. And I just feel like just the transition from Batman 1 to Batman 2, and the fact that we have the Penguin who's sitting at the top of the crime, one of the top crime lords in New York City
Gotham
for,
City.
oh, I'm tripping. At the, it's the biggest crime lords of Gotham City, excuse me. And they can easily influence him, considering the fact he was at City Hall and he wanted a friend in high places. So it just transitions better with Court of Owls.
I can see them going that way, but I feel like that's too soon, bro. We talking about something that you're trying to rush. I feel like Court of Owls needs to be saved for like part three, or make it a TV series. That would be pretty cool. But I don't see them doing that. Like Court of Owls, that's got to be a one and done. Um, I can see them doing Mr. Freeze, but Clayface, that's really hard. You would have to make him like kind of like the chameleon and like Craven the Hunter. Unfortunately, that would be terrible. But CGI would have to be like on par. But I don't know. I more grounded as Mr. Freeze. I can see that happen. It's December. It's the winter. It could be snow, and him dealing with more than one villain would be nice too.
Oh
I
no,
think we
please,
should
no,
only
don't, no,
only
no,
two. Like no,
no,
I'm not
no,
pushing it. Just two villains, because
no,
of
please.
course you're gonna have the Penguin. That's of course he's gonna be one of the main villains. He's not gonna be the main villain, but whoever they choose to pick the villain for this movie is good. Like it's gonna have to be like either working with the Penguin, which is the whole point of this whole series. I mean, yeah, this whole movie, this franchise, is that I think whoever the villain becomes, the main villain, is going to work with the Penguin or use Penguin's financial resources to get what he wants, which in like which causes the Batman to connect the Penguin to whoever is the main villain of his movie. And then I could see them going the route, because in the comics, just like in Tim Burton's Batman Returns, Penguin was also, I believe, a mayor of Gotham City. He also ran and won that election, and I could see the Penguin going that route. I don't see him becoming the mayor in this movie. It's a possibility, but I don't see them doing that. Um, he wants to be like well known. He wants people to recognize him, give him recognition, and all that. I can see him probably getting defeated by the Batman and then being like, "Oh, I changed my ways. I want to be different," and then going the political route and running for mayor. And probably in Batman Part 3, he might be the mayor. And I see the Penguin becoming a nuisance or a thorn in like Batman's shoe. You know what I'm saying? Just him constantly always getting on Batman's nerves, always on his radar. And like let's keep it a buck too. I love Colin Farrell, bro. Like yo, he kills that role as the Penguin. I just don't see him sidelighting him for like 5-10 minutes in the movie. I can see him stealing half the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least a quarter of the movie. I just don't see him being sidelined to the side. And I know they say like the prosthetics took like at least I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was like 3 to 4 hours on the chair to do that. And that's a long time, bro. So I just don't see Colin Farrell only being used in the movie for a few minutes, bro. I just don't see it. I know he's going to be like one of the main villains for like going in this franchise going forward. And then the speculation too that they're making season 2, which I'm on board. I want that. And also another villain too you could have is because she's still locked up is Sophia. Sophia's still out there, and I could see her. I could see her either coming in this movie like I don't see her becoming one of the villains in this movie, but I could see her being like in like a cameo scene either at the end or in the beginning of the movie or in the middle, and then she come back for season two because I don't think she's gonna let the Penguin just get away with this shit. You know how she is, bro. You seen this? You seen the series? She's just as ruthless as he is.
Yeah, time will tell what will happen with this movie, but for sure, I am very very disappointed. Like very disappointed.
And oh yeah, one thing, last thing too before my fault, not to interrupt you, but one last thing, yo, R.I.P. Victor, yo. Still, I'm still upset about that. I just gotta get it out there. Victor was my man, bro. Why did you gotta do him dirty like that, bro?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. That was definitely dark, but then at the same time, I was like, yeah, all right, cool. All right, folks,
That
let's get
hurt. That hurt. I'm sorry. I was invested in that character, and
let's
I
get
I
it.
knew
I
he
was like,
wasn't gonna be.
all right, let's get it together now. We totally forgot Penguin is a bad guy, but we was rooting for him throughout the whole TV show. Like it was perfect how they just set that up to all right. It's that time where he's a villain. Remember that. Let's just
Yeah, I forgot, but still, still hurts. But yeah, my fault. Go ahead. You were saying.
all right. So today we got our 2024 Movie Fanatics Awards. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read over the categories, and we're probably going to do this like the round robin way, where you get one, I get one in the order. But we have category number one: scrape under the rug. Brief description is a TV show or movie that you would want to scrape under the rug and possibly get it redone. Category number two is actor career advice. Any actor or actress that you think deserves to have some type of career advice due to the previous projects they have been doing that have not been fulfilling, you have the floor on giving them the best possible advice what they should do with their career in 2025. Category number three is best movie slash TV show. I'm pretty sure that's pretty self-explanatory. And category number four is give me more. What what piece of content that was so phenomenal that you want to see so much more of in a where you just cannot help yourself. Category number five is best acting performance of 2024. Category number six is biggest letdown, whether it be TV show or movie. And I added an extra category. It's called I Am Hollywood, which means who do you think, based off of their previous performances in 2024, where you could possibly see them being the face of Hollywood in the future.
Wow, that's a lot, yo.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you have the first one, and it's called "Scrape Under the Rug."
So repeat the question for number one.
So, "Scrape Under the Rug" is a project that has been done that has potential, but the adaptation that has been released has been horrible, and you would like for it to be redone a better way.
Wow. There's a couple movies out there that I could say you could redo. Um, 2024. Uh, I would have to go with this Madam Web. That needs to be scraped under the rug and it needs to be redone. That was terrible. That was terrible. I think it was. I think by far. I think it was the worst movie in 2024, in my personal opinion.
Okay, I can respect that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get actor career advice, and I'm gonna go ahead and go with Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And I know the Dwayne the Rock Johnson over the past couple of years, he's been did some pretty trashy movies, and I feel like this rock slide started when He didn't want to do the Fast and the Furious anymore, and we get red noticed, red one, excuse me, red one. And I felt like that was a pretty good movie where it's a possibility that can be a top a top Christmas movie of all time. Now, moving forward in Hollywood, I would hope that he would accept projects that are like slam dunks. Like if Marvel comes calling, you need to be right there. Like you need to be that guy. And whatever they decide to do with the Fast and Furious franchise, with you in particular, because remember there was a post credit scene where he was going to have a moment in there. Like you need to act your ass off because right now you are on that fine line, my friend, where it's like this is it for you.
Wow. I mean, I didn't watch this movie personally, but I mean, damn, I thought you said it was a good movie.
It was. I feel like it was a great way to end 2024, but I want you to build off of this. Like I want you to have a streak of good movies going forward where for you to hook, you're going to have to hook up with a studio, Marvel, that's going to, number one, like we get it. We know you're a popular actor, but I feel like with The Rock, there's specific roles that you need that you can only do. You can't do any role.
I could agree with you. Like, I feel like he shouldn't really do too many comedies because I just feel like that doesn't really suit him that well.
I can agree. Well, can we make it the comedy category a secondary? Like make it an action comedy.
Yeah, as long as it's like comedy second to whatever the film is supposed to be, like action, terror, horror. But I mean, he can be a funny guy. Just like him being the butt of the joke for the entire movie, I just don't see it. I feel like I would feel like that's being forced. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got that movie where like the main character, I'll give you an example. Like Ryan Reynolds is like the butt of the joke in all his movies. And I just don't see like The Rock being like that because he's always so serious. Like this is just big guy with the big persona and you just don't mess with them and he'll fuck you up. But I just don't see him being like the butt of the joke for everything. You know what I'm saying? Not like John Cena. John Cena, I can see him being the butt of a joke because he's a pretty funny dude, bro. Yeah.
All right. So you got best movie slash TV show of 2024.
Wow. Best TV series? Damn, there's a lot of them. Uh, well, not a lot of them. There's quite a few. I, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna go with the Penguin because that series was like that. It gave me everything. It gave me everything I wanted. Everything, bro. I mean, it had me from the edge of my seat from episode one to the last episode, bro. Like it had me craving more, and the fact that like I forgot, like not saying that I'm oblivious to it, but watching this series, I completely forgot that this was in the same universe where the Batman was, and even though I know he was the Penguin, I didn't sit there and be like, bruh, I want Batman in the series. It just fit perfectly. Like it was so well done that you forget that the Batman was there. And then when you get to the last episode, you think about it like, bro, what the hell? Like, where's Batman been this entire time? And the cast was phenomenal, bro. Like they had good people, bro. Like there was some really good acting in this series that it really had me like, damn, these are some scrummy motherfuckers.
Kristen Milotti definitely in that TV show. Like I'm a fan. I'm in love with her. Actually, I followed her on Instagram as soon as the first episode. No, the second episode. Second episode was over. I followed her on Instagram.
Those eyes that she got, those big ass eyes, I call them like puppy eyes. Oh my god, that shit had me fall in love. And then when I saw her in that yellow polka dots dress, oh my god, Jesus Christ, I was like, damn.
She's beautiful, but like it's like who did the better job, her or Colin Farrell? Like it's tough.
That's tough, bro, because they were both on equal pars, bro. They like I didn't know who was more ruthless, her or him, because they're about the same.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, so I got the give me more. And I'm going to go ahead and say I was stuck between Beekeeper and I was stuck in between with Sonic. And I know we just got finished watching the movie, but bro, I can't wait. They made the announcement that Sonic 4 is confirmed right after the movie. That's how confident they were in this movie. And bro, I just can't freaking wait for the next movie. Like, excuse me, next project. Like, whether it be a Shadow project, whether it be the next Sonic movie, like, I just need something to hold me over until 2027 because that's the actual release date that they're planning on for Sonic 4.
I would the top three for me for 2024 is Deadpool, Sonic 3, and then Beekeeper.
To give you more of,
Yeah, I want more. Like, bro, like Deadpool gave us everything we wanted. Like, I mean, shit, we got Wesley Snipes back, bro. Like, and we got Shannon Tatum's freaking Gambit. That shit was that was the satisfaction that I never thought I needed. Like, I and I love Deadpool. And we got Hugh Jackman back, so that's a bonus, bro. We got three bonuses. Um, and it's Sonic 3, bro. That like I'm not knocking the movie. I didn't expect how great this movie was going to be. I knew it was going to be good, and I knew it was going to be great in its own, on its own. But like to see the chemistry between Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, and just and just seeing the team, Sonic team, like Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, like progress in the series. And I'm starting to see that it's becoming more of an adult film now. Like what I mean by that is like it's starting to get a little bit darker. It's not like I feel like it's still this kids movie, but we're going that direction where we're dabbling a little bit into like, a mature audience type thing. And that's what I'm liking about this movie, bro, because not only did it take me back to my childhood, I mean, we got so many jokes that just went probably over kids' heads and stuff. The USB flash drive, when they blew into it, for most people who don't know, growing up in the 90s, blowing the cartridges, it was never proven accurately that it worked. But I mean, I remember those days blowing on the
it worked when
cartridges.
I did it.
It did it for me too. It just took me back. And then Jim Carrey talking about like that, none of the sexes were interested in him. And, that's all like, over the head for the kids, for those who don't know what he's talking about. But yeah, it's implied that he's bisexual, which is pretty freaking crazy. I didn't think he was going to go that route. And seeing Jim Carrey play himself in two different versions of Robotnik was amazing, bro. Like in the dance scene when they were in the vault, priceless, bro. It just seeing Shadow, bro. Like Shadow don't talk much, and now I see why they brought Keanu as Shadow. He's just basically the John Wick of the series.
Yes, definitely. I need more of Shadow the Hedgehog
I want
sooner
more.
rather than later.
I want more. I don't care if you give me a TV show. Just shut up and take my money. That's all I need. I want movies. I want TV shows. I need more. Give me more. That's all I want. And then don't even get it twisted. The last thing on my mind, Metal Sonic. That's I want. That's what I want. Thank God you gave it to us. And then just Beekeeper. Just the action, bro. I can't ask for more. I think it's
You,
one of
you, you
Jason
love that
Statham's
action,
best
right?
movies.
You love
Fuck
that
yeah, bro.
action.
And then the storyline too, bro. It justified it. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Like yo, after what's named Shorty murked herself, I was blown. Yo, I would definitely Beekeeper just went ham, and I loved it.
I loved it too, man. I loved it too. Definitely better than John Wick in my book.
I don't know about that. It's up there, but I don't know about that.
All right, even though I kind of feel like we kind of touched on it already, but best acting performance.
Mm. Wow. I'm gonna let you go first on that. I gotta think about this.
So, like we already discussed, it's a. I have it as a tie with Colin Farrell and Kristen Milotti, where they just complemented each other so well in this Penguin TV show, where it's like everything was just perfect character development, whether it be for Christian Milotti as Sophia Falcone, where we in the flashback episode, she's like this sweet, innocent girl, like, she's fighting for women rights, promoting all this money. And then she comes across the journalist that talks about, yeah, all these women have been dying, and the same MO has been like they've been strangled and all this other stuff. And then she gets framed and then goes to Arkham Asylum. And then she has to understand the fact this killer be killed in Arkham Asylum, even though they tortured her for what 10 years in there. But she comes out and she's like a totally different character, but she still keeps her core character still the same. Where she came across Penguin's girl, I can't remember what her name was off the top of my head, but came to kill her, came to kill her. And when she said, like, all right, go ahead and kill me, I just want to let you know that, I didn't kill those girls. Like, by her letting her live justifies the fact that she's still her human self, because of the fact that everybody calls her the Hangman, but at the same time she doesn't like that name, and she's been framed, and she did not want to kill the girlfriend just to justify the fact that, yes, she's not that person.
I could agree with you on that. For a TV show, yeah, I would have to give it to those two. But for a movie, I mean, we didn't even talk about this. I don't know if you saw it, but Gladiator, I gotta give Denzel his props, bro. He killed his role in that movie, yo. I'm not like, don't get me wrong, I like the movie. I didn't love it. It's not better than the original, but Denzel killed that role though. He always kills his movies. He's one of the greatest actors of all time, bro.
Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So biggest letdown. I
I
got
thought
one.
was
And I'm surprised that you haven't said that one right off the bat.
what's that?
Echo.
Ooh, I forgot about that. Damn.
And I mean no disrespect. Okay? I mean no disrespect to anybody. But making a TV show about a deaf anti-hero, just it in general, it just does not suit well, excuse me, transition well on the screen, where she's deaf, but everybody else isn't. And the sign language thing, it just took away from the actual what we're trying to accomplish here. It just was just a little bit too much. And then on top of that, the main problem was that we were sold on a product that was supposedly something similar to what we got from the Netflix series. And I felt like it still had that same Disney Plus Marvel TV show imprint on it. And I was extremely disappointed. And even though we had like a little short Daredevil fight scene in there, I was disappointed in that. I didn't like the camera. I didn't like the camera changes in that. That, like, just the whole thing was just a big letdown. And I kind of have been pretty content about this Daredevil Born Again TV show series, because if it looks anything like what we saw in this TV show, I'm good.
Damn. Ah, it's either that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Yeah, it was a big letdown because I mean we were sold a product, hoping that we were gonna get something close to the Netflix series, like you said, and then it just it went that direction in the beginning, and then it went straight to Disney Plus, like PG, and it was washed down, it was watered down, and I felt like the storyline was all over the place. And then on top of that, the biggest letdown is that you keep dogging Kingpin, and he's supposed to be like this big bad motherfucker, and you just keep punking him. And then how am I supposed to take him serious? You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, so how are you feeling about going in 2025 with Daredevil?
I'm psyched. I'm stoked for this. I really have high hopes for this TV series because they're saying it's going to be a Netflix series type of thing, and I can see it going that route. Um, I'm really psyched about this because we're getting Jessica Jones back and the Punisher back, so I'm psyched for
It's
this.
confirmed for Jessica Jones.
Yeah, she confirmed she's in it.
She's in it.
Yeah, she's in it, bro. I'm
I didn't
telling
know
you.
that. I did not know that.
Look at the list on online for the cast for Daredevil, bro.
I did not know that. I did not know she was
John
in. She
Bental's
was.
coming back as the Punisher. So psyched about that shit, bro.
He
Can't
was.
wait.
He was in the trailer. So, well,
Yeah.
he was sitting there on the interviews with the rest of the cast. So I knew he was coming back, but I didn't know Christian Ritter was coming back though.
Oh yeah, she's definitely coming back. That's as far as I know. That's who's coming back in that series as the Defenders. And then you get stoked to see the trailer because you get to see John Benthal's Punisher fight against Charlie Cox. Charlie Cox's um, Matt Murdock. Because if you think about it too, because Punisher doesn't know what Daredevil looks like under his suit, so he's never met. No, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know Daredevil is Matt Murdock.
Are we? Is this continuing the canon from the Netflix TV show series?
Yes, yes, sir. That's why I'm stoked about it. Like,
He
so
does
we,
know because you got to think about it. When they were sitting in the courtroom for his trial, and he heard Matt talk, Punisher made this face like that's the Daredevil.
he 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 made an educated guess, but it's not. He never saw him under the suit. He never took the mask off in front of him and was like, "Oh shit!" Because remember, he kept calling him Red.
True. But I.
I think that's what the trailer is stoked because he probably goes finds the Punisher and the Punisher's like, "Who the fuck are you, bro?" And probably dogs his ass because this go back because Punisher dogged his ass in season 2. I want that rematch.
It's a tie. They fought multiple
Yeah,
times.
well,
It's
I
a
mean, who
tie.
got locked? Who got put in handcuffs, bro? I mean, he did. Let's
Who
keep it
carried him
real.
out the building with the bikers coming?
That's okay. It's a tie, but yeah, he did this. Yeah, that was a tough ass scene too, bro. Trying to tell his ass like, "Yo, no guns," and he was like, "Man, you always soft, Red." And talk about that. That was a tough ass scene though. Shot that the Irish dude right straight pointed the blank in the head for fucking with his dog.
Yeah, because I'm also the Punisher. He ended up getting taken captive too, and guess who saved him?
Yeah, Daredevil.
Yep. So that was the if they can do it, like I wonder how many episodes John Bernthal's going to get in this TV show.
Hopefully, at least 2 or 3. Hopefully, but I'm speculating probably 1 or 2 episodes. That's it.
It's got to be a big role though.
It's got to. And the fact that they're bringing him back, I'm stoked, bro. Like I'm super psyched. And when is this series coming out? We got to talk about that too. When is Daredevil coming back? Daredevil series, Born Again, supposed to come out March 2025. Bet. Say
Oh, it's
less.
right around the corner. 2 months from
Fuck
now.
yeah, I'm binge watching the shit out of it. I don't give a fuck what I might have to call out at work or take that day off, bro. I'm gonna binge watch that whole series, bro.
That's freaking crazy.
I don't know if they're releasing all the episodes at once, like Netflix, but I could see them doing the once a week thing, yo. So I mean, it don't
Please
matter to
just
me.
release all of them all at once. I just
Please,
do it like that. I like they did that with Echo, where I was like, oh, bet they're that confident that we're gonna like this, and then they didn't. What was
that
8 episodes? It was 8 episodes, right?
I want to say yes. Echoes 8 episodes. Yeah, it might have been 6.
It was 8 or 6. It's 5. It was 5. Oh my god, it felt a whole lot longer than that. Whew, yeah, it felt a whole lot longer than that. But last category, I am Hollywood.
Clarify for me. What do you mean?
Who can you see in Hollywood right now that have done multiple projects and could be the face of Hollywood? Almost like what Jonathan Majors was last year. Like the next big thing.
Man, this is a hard one. This is a hard one.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give you mine. I went ahead with Glenn Powell, and the trajectory with Glenn Powell, it's looking pretty good. So he did Twisters this year. He only did one movie this year, but last year he did anyone but you. Yes, it's a chick flick. I sat down and watched it with my wife, but
Mm-hmm.
that movie was freaking phenomenal. Also, it had your girl from Madam Web in it. That's why I was like, don't sleep on her. I really like her as an actress too as well. But
Yeah, she's a good
anyway,
actress.
yeah. So he did Hitman. He was in Top Gun Maverick, and there's supposed to be a Top Gun 3 movie coming out, and he's supposed to be in it.
Top Gun 3.
Yep.
Damn. For real, that's actually like coming out?
Yeah.
Damn. I gotta check. I wonder. No, I can't wait for the trailer to come out.
Yeah. There's a Top Gun 3 movie that's supposed to be coming out, and he's supposed to be in it. So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
I mean, there's quite a few people that I could see them like becoming, but I don't know if they like. If I feel like I make this guess, I feel like it's probably not gonna happen.
I lost my train of thought, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Uh, Let me see. I'm
Because
trying to go down the list.
I thought about Jake Gyllenhaal, but Jake Gyllenhaal's been in Hollywood for quite some time now. So I kind of want to go with somebody undercover on the rise. But if I was to go with Jake Gyllenhaal, if we're being honest, like obviously we did Roadhouse, that was really good. And then I don't know if you've seen the Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, and then I liked the Southpaw movie. I liked Presumed Innocent. It was on Apple TV. That TV show series was pretty good. But we was discussing about the possibility of him being the next Batman, and I was just like, you know what? If he can solidify onto one of these superhero platforms, I know he already played Mysterio in Marvel, but if he can get that Batman role, he's got my vote.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I got like three people in my mind right now, but I don't know which to choose. But like the top, like I'm kind of right now, I'm kind of leaning more towards like uh Bill Skarsgård. I like him. He did The Crow. I mean, it was a decent movie this year, but I mean, he was in it. Um, what else has he done? Uh,
I can rock with it. He did the you said The Crow. He did it. He did Boy Kills World. That's what it was.
oh,
Boy
let's not
Kills
forget
World.
John Wick 4,
Yeah.
The Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was the role that he played. I
Yes.
liked him in that. Uh,
He was in
how I do
Eternals
it.
too. Didn't know that.
He was.
Yep.
Then I know that. Anything how did he say how did he say my dad used to say how I do anything is how I do everything. That was one of the hardest lines I've ever heard in my life. Oh, he also did Nosferatu too. I haven't seen that movie and I wanted to watch that one.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that.
Oh yeah, and he was in Deadpool too.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and then the other one too, I have to give him credit. Cillian Murphy. I like him as an actor. Like he's doing bigger things now.
Too bad he didn't get the Doctor Doom role.
I know. I was looking forward to that, but it's still an opportunity once they reboot the MCU. I mean, I think he's a good actor. I mean, no, not a good actor. He's a great actor, bro. I mean, what was it called? Oppenheimer. That was a great fucking movie, bro. And
I
I
think
liked
that's the
him.
last movie I've seen with him in it.
I think so too. And I did like him in what was it called? The Batman as Scarecrow.
I haven't seen Batman Begins in God knows how long. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch it. There was a movie he did, small things like these. Yep, small things like these. That was the only one he did this year. And hey, I know we haven't seen him in a while, but I'm gonna go ahead and put Marshala up there too.
Oh, shut up. Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, damn, I'm sleeping on him. Yeah, yeah, shit. Damn. Oh shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bro,
let,
fuck yeah. He's a
let
great fucking
let's
actor.
just let's just think hypothetically, if this Blade movie does drop this year, he owns Hollywood.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening, bro. I could most definitely.
Like the
It's still
effect that,
speculative. It's yeah. They may have took it off the slate, but they're still talking about bringing him back. I
hold
mean,
on, I think it's still up there for this year still.
no, they took it off the slate, but I mean, he's still like in talks about playing Blade. He's not giving up. Kevin Feige also said that he didn't know what to do with the Blade character, so I think he's gonna save him for when they reboot the MCU.
It still says right here, initial release is November 5th, 2025.
Bro,
I'm looking at it on Google right now. It still has
so
a release date.
they already filmed it. This is what he's
I
saying.
guess.
Hmm.
Okay, this says this
They better not fucking ruin this movie, yo. But this is Mahershala Ali we talking about.
if this is true, if this is not true, I'll be extremely disappointed. But I'm seeing right here, there's an article saying Blades removed from 2025 schedule. So okay, it
You
was
know who
this
my
was in
last one was? I was gonna
October.
say
You did Cillian Murphy and Skarsgård, and so
the
was the
last one
third
I
one.
had on my mind. I can't sleep on, bro. I gotta give it to Michael B. Jordan.
He still exists.
Yeah. What you
What
mean? He's got a
Michael
movie
B.
coming.
Jordan?
He's got a movie
I did
coming
see
out.
that. It's a horror movie, right?
Yeah, I want to see that. Sinners. It's supposed to come out this year in April 18th. It looks really good, bro. I like his style of acting. I like his directing too. Creed, and you got to give it to him, bro. Creed 3 was like that, and it had our boy Michael. It had our boy um Kane in it.
Who?
Wow, his name just went out of my head, bro. Give me
Kang. Oh, you talking about Jonathan
Jonathan
Majors?
Majors. Jonathan Majors, yeah.
Yes, Jonathan Majors.
And it did have an anime type of feel in it. I did rock with it. It did remind me of Dragon Ball Z, and he is a Dragon Ball Z fan. So Michael V. Jordan. So I mean, shoot, when they were rocking each other in the last final rounds at the end of the movie was like that.
I can
That just
agree with that.
reminded me straight giving just running the hands, bro. Just like it reminded me of like
Right.
17 and Piccolo, just
Right in the
dogging
hands.
each running the hands, just dogging each other.
All right. Try to figure out how I'm gonna end this pod. Oh, I got one for you. If if the United Nations came out with a press release stating that there is life on another planet, would you volunteer to help lay the groundwork?
I'm gonna be straightforward with you. No,
Okay. No?
no.
Is there a price that I could get you to change your mind?
I mean, how much are we talking about? Because I'm gonna tell you the reasons why I'm not I don't want to do it. One, I'm afraid of heights. I don't like riding on planes. I'm scared of heights, bro. Like for the fact for me to be able to travel, like I gotta be buzzed or really tipsy to go on that plane. But and then we're talking about traveling to another planet, bro. That's outer space, and that's a whole nother world, bro.
Bro, like you got to think about it. These are the benefits. Maybe I should put some benefits in there for you. You get $100,000 salary, benefits for your whole family.
Like what kind
That's
of
it
benefits? Like my family's taken care for like what a certain amount of time
for life.
for life. One generation or two generations.
Only gonna get one.
Then
I got your
you got my
attention.
attention. You got my attention.
Okay, so you get 100. Yeah, you get a salary of $100,000, and you just all you're doing is just going there to populate.
Damn.
Like,
Like
because
like
like
going to
you
Mars
think
or
about
something
it.
like that?
You said what?
Like going to Mars?
See, I couldn't do it because I have a family, so I couldn't do it. Like I have a
Mhm.
wife, I can't go out and do that. You could. They
Yeah,
would
I feel you.
only list single people for this venture to start a brand new life on a brand new planet and meet brand new people
That'd be crazy.
and
I
help
mean,
and help build up that that particular environment to make it safer for the next generation.
that isn't like intriguing thing to think about. Like if you really could, would you? Blah blah blah, and the incentive and all that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It does intrigue me. Like I'm curious about doing it, but I mean to be honest with you, like I said, I'm scared of heights and all that. And space is a whole nother world, bro. Like I think it's what is it like? It takes like 6 years to travel to Mars or something like that. And time and space is different than time on Earth.
Yeah.
So you would age faster than I would if I went in space.
Yes, I probably wouldn't even be here by the time you get back. Even if you decided to come back, because I can only imagine, like, if I had that kind of opportunity, like you get like a fresh, clean slate. All you got to do is just live there, and like obviously you would have to, find establish yourself in that society of that brand new planet, but it's a brand new slate.
True. Shit. As long as my debt doesn't follow me, I'm good. I'm gonna keep it a buck. As long as my debt doesn't follow me, I'm good. As long as they tell me, "Hey, yo, you got credit card debt. That's just, you going into space. Don't worry about it. We got it covered. You good." I'll keep it a buck with you. Don't send me no mail through the space and shit. So for my credit cards, say I'm not paying shit.
Like so what if okay, so because you say you're afraid of heights, what if we went the route where they would put you in cryo sleep and then you would wake up on the planet?
I could see myself doing that. I can see myself doing it, but I gotta be told like scientifically is what's the chances of me surviving cryo sleep? Remember, this hasn't been done yet, so I mean, if the numbers sound right to me, I'm good, yo. I'm good. But you remember, you got to in order to get, in order to, it's not just about volunteering. You also got to be in shape for this. If I pass the test of what it takes to go into space and stuff like that, like astronauts, then yeah, I'm good, bro.
What kind of shape would you have to be in? Because we're in cryo sleep. You're in cryo sleep the whole time, so you wake up on the planet. Unless the gravity is like freaking Dragon Ball Z gravity, where it's like times freaking 25 or something like that. I wouldn't think that you would need to be in that great of shape.
I don't think they would just throw you out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, they're gonna have you. You're gonna be supervised. Like, there's going to be, but you're just helping. You're just helping the
Yeah,
society
helping
along
society, like
by just being normal.
you're involving the human race by colonizing another planet.
Yes,
Yeah, like in futuristic movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
was
mean,
there. I would probably say something like Mass Effect, but yeah.
yeah, or like Alien. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause you got planet
Hmm.
crackers and stuff like that. Stealing like oil from other planets and then bringing it back to Earth and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
you would have regular. You would have a regular job where you're helping build up the community.
it's a wild idea if you think about it. I mean, like, what did they say? Like, we haven't even like explored like 80% of like the planet or something like that. Like, and it's like 60% for like the water because we don't know what's under there. But to go to another planet that we're not from and to go colonize it is a wild idea if you think about it.
Yeah,
And this is like the future, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy because you only see this in movies and stuff, and you think about it's a possibility now. Like, that's what they're trying to do, and it's wild because you think about it. Like, I could be one of the first ones to go over there and colonize the planet.
you could be a founding father.
That'd be wild. It'd be like, this is what happened in like 2000, like 30 or something like that. Like, we went into Mars or went to another planet and colonized it and built a civilization. I feel like that could go like the route like Star Wars or like Gundam, and then like have like the other planet, like we want to be distanced from the United States of America or the United Nations and
Hmm.
be our own government. I could see that going on. You know what I'm saying? Like a civil war.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But the thing that will probably scare me is the fact that you still need the resources of Earth, though.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, because you gonna when you get there, if you decide you want to be your own little thing, you gonna be eating alien food.
Or eating that space food that comes in the little like paste and stuff like that.
Nah,
Or how
there's like
long?
there's like little cube things that they make for. I got it at the Air and Space Museum one time.
Oh, bro.
It was banging. I ain't gonna hold you, it was banging.